Thank you, Mr. Dunakaw, for discussing about the nature and characteristics of the performance task or the performance-based assessment. So, before I discuss the lesson, I have a pictures here which is related to our lesson. All you need to do is guess what the picture is all about. So, first, guess what this picture is all about. Yeah, you are correct. It's drawing. Next. Correct, it's dancing. And lastly, yeah, you are all correct. It's debate or the debate. So, performance-based assessment or performance task, it is one in which a teacher or teachers observes and make a judgment about the students' demonstration of a skills or competency in creating a product, constructing a response, or making a presentation. So it emphasizes students' ability to perform a task by producing their own work with their knowledge and skills. So basically, when we say performance task or performance-based assessment, it should answer the important questions, and those are first, um, what product or performance you want students to produce, evidence of their learning or their understanding. And the second one is how do we want them to provide evidence that they can transfer their learning to real life situation. So, as you could see, we provide different features such as dancing, drawing, and debate. So in that case, traditional assessment has a big difference to performance-based assessment because traditional assessment focused more in paper and pencil in making an assessment. So let's proceed to our main topic, which is the types of performance task. So the first type of the performance task is what we call the solving a problem. So in solving a problem, it is a type, or in this type, critical thinking and problem solving are important that need to be sharpened and developed by a learner. So in solving a problem, when we set a specific problem, to that student must answer or find a solution. Kapag ang learner gumawa ng isang solving a problem, okay, mas mahasa yung thinking skills, especially yung critical thinking skills, wherein they can apply the problem na na-solve nila in real life situation. How? So, if yung problem na binigay mo is may similarities, may similarities or halos parehas, that student can apply the knowledge in real life situation. So, in this case, always remember that in every problem, there's always a solution. If hindi tama yung solution na provide ng student, maghahanap at maghanapin ng ibang solusyon na makakatulong para mas mahasa ang pag-iisip. And if that's the case, it will help learners and decision making. So that's the help of the type of solving a problem. So the next step is completing an inquiry. So it's a task that is one which students are asked to collect data in order to their understanding about topic or issues. So in completing an inquiry, it's more about research. Bakit ba nagkakaroon ng research? So, in order for them to collect data and organize information, which is leads dun sa mga hinahanapan ng kasagutan. So, in this case, it can help learners to mold their comprehension, the way they understand some specific issues or topics, especially in the society, di ba? Or in their self. So, That is completing an inquiry. So the third one is the determining a position. So it's a task that requires students or the learners to make decision or clarify a position. So the best example for this is a debate or the debate. Choosing what side are you picking, whether you are against or agree, cons or pros. That's the time when learner is determining a position. In this sample, it teaches students about varied viewpoints and opinions. In this performance task, it entails learner skills in reading comprehensions, evidence, evaluation, and public speaking. Especially that public speaking, it's really important. And it's knowing what your side stand in debate. Diyan papasok yung question na why are you determining that position? Of course, it's about your point of view, and nakadepende siya sa point of view ng learners. So, the fourth um, types of performance task is what we call the demonstration task. So, it shows how the learners use knowledge and skills to complete well-defined complex task. So, in demonstration task, pinapakita ng learner yung natutunan niya and his or her teacher. Example for this is science experiment. I remember when I was in junior high. Yeah, when I was in junior high, my teacher demonstrate how to light the bulb in physics using battery, wire, and bulb and other materials. So after that, he grouped us to four like that. He grouped us to demonstrate the things that we've learned in the demonstration or the lesson, which in this part we not only enhance the knowledge we gain but also our skills, which is really important. As you can see in demonstration task, it's about procedural. So, another example for this is yung mga procedures like yung cooking, yung pagluluto, baking. Yeah, that's the demonstration task. And the next one is the developing exhibits. So, developing exhibits are visual presentation or the display that need little or no explanation from the creators. So, when we say developing exhibits, it's more artwork. So, it can be drawing, painting, pictures, and portfolio. Kahit ipakita mo yung drawing or yung artwork mo, every learners or audience na makakita is magkakaroon agad ng idea about those specific performance based sa pinakita mo. So that's developing exhibits. Next is the performance task. So this is a work or a task performed in front of an audience. So it can be talumpati or pagtutula, kumakanta, pagsasayaw. Yung gamit na in performance task is yung role playing. So in performance task, hinahayaan ni teacher si learner to process and what skill yung pwede nilang gamitin or gawin if walang specific task na provided. So in this, every learners can showcase their creativity. Of course, if walang provided na specific skills, students will show the skills kung saan sila biyasa or saan sila magaling. I remember nung walang specific, when I was in junior high also, nung walang specific task na provide yung teacher namin nun, kumanta ako. So, I like singing pero ayaw sa akin ng pagkanta. Pero ganun pa man, ayun yung gagawin ko. So, that is performance task. So, lastly is the capstone performance. So, in capstone performance, These tasks are occur at the end of the program study. So in capstone, the best example is the research paper. So we all know the fact that research undergo a lot of process, right? But meron dapat product na mabuo sa dulo, and that's your research paper, which is an example of the capstone performances. As a future educator, our OJTs and practice teaching is an example of capstone performances. Why? Because practice teaching is an application of what you know all through years or 4 years of your schooling, and that is capstone performance. So next, let's differentiate these two, the process-oriented performance-based assessment and the product-oriented. So ano nga ba yung pagkakaiba ng dalawa? So when we say process-oriented, it is more concerned with the actual performance rather than the output or the product of the activity. So what are those products? It is the activities or exercises or problems that require students to show what they can do from what they can do. So from the word itself, perform, students are expected to perform a certain activities or exercises. So, ano naman yung product? Product-oriented performance-based assessment. In this assessment, assessor views and scores the final product made and not the actual performance of the learners. So as you can see, yung process more on actual task performance, while the product it's more the final product. And in short the product oriented performance based assessment, it focuses on evaluating the outcome or result. So the process based is more the actual, while the product oriented is more on evaluating the output or the result of the performance that the learners have conducted. So that's the difference of these two, and those are the types of the performance tasks. So that's the end of my discussion, and I will add more information to our synchronous class. I hope you've learned a lot, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation. That's all. Thank you again. Good morning, everyone.